Hey darlings.
Hey babes.
It's Mel.
And I'm Ivy.
Alright, so let's continue with our commentary.
Yeah, commentary. Talk. Conversation. So the next that we have on is Lil Nas.
Okay.
And in the past few weeks he has posted a maternity picture, the baby bump, and then also what he wore at the Met Gala that we spoke about in other videos. Make sure you check it out. And how do you feel about that whole thing? Like him having the baby bump and him, the male rappers coming after him.
You know, there's a lot to talk about because it is, but we have to make this short and sweet. Yes. So I'm gonna try and make this short and sweet. Okay. So you want to know how I feel about it?
Go ahead. They want to know. They want to know how you feel about it.
Because you already know.
Because I already know. They want to know.
Listen, real talk. When it comes to that whole situation with the baby bump and all that,
yeah,
I get why there are some women and some men who are like, you know, they feel maybe disgusted by it, but instead of saying that, they're like, oh, how would our children feel and how can I explain this to my children? Some are even saying this is crazy because it's disrespect to a woman. But as I've told Nono before, my opinion is that I honestly feel like he can do whatever he wants to do, because the reality is I'm aware that there are some women, when they're having sex with other women, they wear certain sex toys to please their woman, and they were not born with that. And whatever that they're using, which I'm pretty sure if you understand what I'm saying, whatever it is that they're using to the other woman, it belongs to men, you know. And I really feel like if I was a man and if I wanted to think the way that these women are feeling and some of these men are feeling about how like it's a disgrace to women who can give birth and all that, it's a disgrace to men that, you know, can produce, you know, help produce. You feel me? Yeah. That's how I feel. So it's like if we want to do that, then y'all need to think about the other way too. So if that can happen, then I feel like it shouldn't be a big deal. One, because let him live and let him learn. We all have things that we do sometimes and we sit back and go, wow. But this one, in my opinion, I'm okay. It is what it is. It's creative for him.
Yeah, and so the way I feel about it is I feel like Lil Nas will do whatever Lil Nas wants to do to stay on top. And second, I don't think parents should look at celebrities as role models, because you give birth to those kids. These celebrities are doing whatever they want to do to be famous and be celebrities and make money and be the talk of the town.
That's true.
I doubt if you want your kids, your underage kids, watching or paying attention to things like that. If that's what you want to do as a parent, that's on you. But it shouldn't be, why is Lil Nas doing this? It should be, why am I allowing my kids to watch Lil Nas? Because Lil Nas should do whatever Lil Nas wants to do. I just didn't like the fact that they were blaming, not really blaming, kind of like saying that, you know, kids are watching that, why will kids, whatever, leave the kids out of this, okay? Because I doubt if kids are just sitting out here thinking about, oh, let me go ahead and put on a baby bump.
I think there are going to be some, because
I was going to say, like, even if they are, that will be your kid's choice. It wouldn't be specifically, I'm gonna do this because Lil Nas is that.
But see, that's where I agree with everything you're saying, but you're saying that part, no, because if they really look up to him, then I have a cousin. I was gonna say I had a cousin. He's still alive. I remember my little cousin was so in love with 50 Cent, and I'm talking about he wanted a do-rag, you know, he wanted a headband. When it came to guns, he started wanting to have one. Yeah. So I really can't agree with you on that, especially you're more so one, not a fan. You get what I'm saying? So that's probably why you wouldn't. But look at Michael Jackson. Look at the impact that he had. Some of these celebrities really have a certain impact on some people, some kids. So I think I've lost my train of thought. What I'm trying to say is that, okay, I'll give you another example real quick. My parents didn't smoke, but seeing people on TV smoke and how I wanted to act, I would literally be so excited when it was winter outside, because then I can go outside, roll paper, and do that.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Don't you get what I'm saying?
See, things like that's different.
I don't think celebrities owe anybody's children.
See,
no, I that's why I said I agree with you, but
yeah.
I don't think we should turn a blind eye to the fact that children,
we can't.
if you allow them to be able to get access to these things, then
we can't. Like, it's like that. That's how I'm saying. Like, parents, like, you at a certain age you can control what your kids watch, but then it will get to a certain point that you can't control it anymore. But because you raised your kid with such good moral and such good value that you as a parent value the most, you wouldn't care if they go and watch a Lil Nas picture, because you know that I know my kid, I know how my kids act, and they're not possibly going to go and do that. Unless you don't know your kids, then that's different. Or unless your kids is different, then it's just a separate case.
okay.
It's like every case is different. Just don't look at a celebrity and be like, you shouldn't do that because my kids are looking up to you. These celebrities can do whatever they want to do. Just tell your kids, yes, you can have a role model, but not every little thing or your role model does you have to follow. Like, I look up to some of my friends. If one of my friends go and jump off the bridge, I mean, I might follow, but I might not jump off the bridge. Now, if my friend wanna sit and study and do whatever, make stuff like, I'll be like, okay, you know what, let me do that too. It's like you pick the good out of somebody's character, and then you make yourself better. You don't pick everything that somebody does and then try to put it in yourself.
Okay.
You see where I'm trying to go?
Okay.
Yeah.
How do I say this real quick? Okay. When I was a kid, I'll make it short and sweet. My parents worked. I was living in the Bronx. All that I would pay attention to was soap opera. And what do they do most? They kiss. They have bed scenes. When I was little, 5, 6, 7, I was definitely kissing anything. Walls, pillows, okay? Friends come over. Let's play house because I want to kiss. I want to practice. I'm being serious. Parents end up finding out because friends was going back to their parents like, yeah, and then my kid's Melinda. Now they're calling my friends like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? But they really couldn't put their finger on what is she watching. It was more like, oh, she came from Ghana not too long ago, so maybe, you know,
something like that.
But no, it's the fact that I was watching what I was watching on TV, and I was so intrigued because guess what? I didn't see that affection from my parents at home. If I seen that, it would have been normal. So if we're talking about parents who are like, but how do I explain this to my child? Because a man shouldn't be, trust me, there's going to be certain kids who would be like, yo, what's that? That can trigger, remember Degrassi?
Yeah.
Certain things trigger, and then you become obsessed.
Yeah.
But like I said, like you said, that is not a celebrity's responsibility. See it for what it is. Be real with your kids and explain. And if you feel, you know what, it's time to cut it.
Because it will get to a point like you can't really control what your kids do anymore. It will get to that point, but just ensure that you instill that foundation moral in them.
Be honest,
so that when they do go out there and want to try out things, they don't try out the worst of the worst or the most horrible things that possible. Like one step at a time. Like you see, I'm trying to go here.
I do, but I don't agree because my upbringing, I don't, because my mom was definitely religious. My father was more laid back, and to be honest, I did whatever I wanted to do because I got to understand that I have that choice, especially if they're not around. So I'll be honest, if I didn't have the kind of self-esteem I had, then yes, I would have done the worst of the worst because I had friends doing the worst of the worst.
Okay.
Some people end up doing the worst of the worst.
Okay.
Because of friends. See, it's a broad thing.
So now you understand. Okay, so why didn't you do the worst of the worst?
Why did I do the worst of the worst? Because I didn't want to die.
Okay, why didn't you want to die?
I don't want to die. Still today, I don't want to die. Certain drugs I don't want to do because I don't want nothing crazy to happen to me. I don't want to not have the control that I have. Girl, like it's deepo. So it's not because, no, that's why I said my mom was very religious, my dad was more laid back. I put that there so you can understand that yes, I had the opportunity to learn. But the truth of the matter is, I just really. Oh, how about this? I don't want anything to happen to me for my parents to be like, hey, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it will be a disgrace. So,
see, I think like I'm saying see because it's like, okay, you can't deny the fact that your parents played a role. You get it? It's like your parent played a role in what you wanted to do out there. Like because you're, oh, I don't want to do this because like I don't want to embarrass my parents. That's maybe.
That was probably when I was like 24 and I had smoked marijuana and then I was hallucinating and then I said, oh hell no, never again, because if anything they'll be the first people we call. But that's a whole different.
See, but
I'm 24.
Like,
no,
I know
24.
I know
8,
24.
not 7, not 9.
I know 24.
I was bad.
I'm talking
when I was 7, 8, and 9.
I'm talking about parents that listen, watch their kids. That because kids will try anything.
How can you
if
listen
let
and
them.
watch your kids when you're working like crazy and all of that? I really think, to me, it's plain and simple. Ban it. Take it away. Why do your kids have social media? Like, no, there are options. People are lazy. That's why they go straight to, oh, can you guys stop? Because we don't know what to do.
Yeah, so pretty much like
that's what they're saying.
Like parents, like can't really have control of the kids, so they have to blame somebody else.
And for me, I just knew now more than I'm like, oh, my parents just never knew what it was. They just was like, oh, she's being bad because of maybe what she learned in Ghana. But if they really understood, like, no, I'm watching stuff on TV, trust and believe, I know, especially my mom. What? Man, she probably would have hit the remote. So yeah, like, so these parents know that this is what it is, and different avenues of their children getting access.
Yeah.
Block it.
Well,
yeah.
That's our BT.
That's our BT, guys.
Okay.
All right, until next time. Listen, don't forget to subscribe, okay?
Please
leave comments. Give us advice.
Yes.
Tell us what's, certain things you agree on.
Like, what's your view on what we said. And
I know I can be a handful. I know, she can too. I know that there's things you will agree, certain things you won't. It's fine. Express it, because at the end of the day, this is what we're here for.
Yes. Until then, bye.